But yeah, I think basically it's like you never. It's like this is true for both. As an example, the left and the right, right? It's like whoever is in power. If you have the power to tell people what and what they can't say, or like if you have power over another person, you're going to want, you will fall under the temptation to want to impose that power, right? You will fall under that temptation. Like it doesn't matter what side of the coin you're at. It's like, you know, if you're a Democrat, you know, the Republican, it's like, you know, power corrupts. You know, the saying is power corrupts, and you know, power corrupts, and power corrupts absolutely, something like that, right? It's like you will be corrupted. It doesn't matter what ideology you hold. It's like you're always going to be. It's like, you know, each side has its own inclinations, right? It's like, but like I think it's like the one common thing every person of any opposing ideology, the one thing that they always engage in is the stifling of another, of the opposing side's freedom of expression. It's like everyone does this, you know, whether you're a nationalist, a communist, a fascist. It's like everyone freaking does this, right? And you know, the Democrats, you know, people who were Democratic and they were disenchanted with the Democratic Party, right? It's like, you know, they say this, that, you know, we used to be the party who were all for freedom of speech, you know, like who were all about togetherness, who were hippies, you know, we liked all that, you know, bring everyone together, right? Let them express themselves or however they want. It's a very ironic, the Democratic Party, or you know, the leftists. I find it difficult to distinguish sometimes. Maybe you could say like the leftists are a bit extreme. I don't quite know, right? But you know, I often use those interchangeably. But yeah, you know, like some couple decades ago, you know, the Democratic Party was known for its, you know, freedom of expression. But now that they've been in power for so long, you know, they've been corrupted to the degree that, you know, they, not so long ago, they were controlling the mainstream media, as you know, as people would have it be the fourth branch of government, right? It's like, you know, it's like, this is, you have a very ridiculous stance, and I'm going to challenge it. And like, I'm not even a freaking Republican or whatever, you know, or like, it's like you don't have to be like a Republican. You can even be like a Democrat yourself, right? And say, you know, and say this, okay, I disagree with this stance of yours, you know, and here's why. But actually, no, you know, the other guy says, no, I don't want to listen to you. I don't want you to disagree with me. How dare you disagree with me? I will kick you off this platform. And you're freaking lucky we live in the United States. Otherwise, I would have had you jailed. I would have had you jailed or imprisoned. You know, you're so lucky that we aren't there yet. You know, that all I can do is kick you off the freaking platform, and maybe with your source of income. You know, ban you off of YouTube for saying what you said. Ban you off of all platforms so you don't make any freaking money. You're freaking lucky. That's all I can do to you, right? It's like yeah. You know, Democrats do this to each other. They eat each other. You know, it's like they eat each other, right? And you know, with this new turn of events, you know, you know, if I'm to be completely honest about my political beliefs, right? I'm rooting for you know, for the guy, you know, for the guy that's going to stop, that's promising to freaking you know, stop wars, you know, like, you know, end suffering. I don't know. It's like improve the country, give money to the homeless, kick out illegal immigrants. You know, it's getting an issue. It's like, you know, again, you know, Democrats, I don't think they really want illegal immigrants. It's like, if it's like these illegal immigrants were actual, like, were people you believe to be Nazis, I don't think you'd want them in the country, right? So like, it's not about like, oh, let these people come, you know, they're sanctuary seekers, you know, their country's falling apart. It's like, no, these people will vote for us, or at least we think they'll vote for us because we gave them free citizenship, you know, despite them coming here illegally. It's like, yeah, you, I'd like to think, or I lament, I lament to imagine, because like even like the Republicans were like this once, right? When they were in power, when they were in power, right? They did some sketchy things that, that restricted the flow of information to the people, right? In the very same way, or they did some very unfair things in the very same way that the Democrats did. It's like, like there's a time, there's been a long stretch of time where it's the Republicans complaining about, the Democrats and the people on the right, and complaining about being stifled and being harassed for their viewpoints, and being absolutely demonetized and canceled and stuff, right? It's like you guys are complaining about this now, but you were complaining about this then, and then things got a little better for you, right? It's like now things are taking a turn for, I hope, for the better, but I think in the end this can only sustain for so long, right? In the end, this is going to fall back into how it always has been. It's like, it's like, yeah, it's like I will, like I never thought I'd be the kind of person to switch around, but I think it's definitely possible that if the right is to assume power and you really come to be comfortable with it, right? It's like each side has its own extremes, and we've had the extremes of the left for some 10, 16 years now, and now, well, the extremes only let's say the entire thing only really kicked off in like 2016, right? That's really where it most notably started, although, right, it wasn't like a radical thing. It's like a background thing, and the internet only helped it manifest itself, right? But I'm hoping things get better, and equality is restored. Everyone gets to say whatever they want, but in the end, I think even the right will degenerate into the same issues that it fought. So it fought like vehemently against, and criticized the left for, right? I think even we Republicans will or right wingers. Well, anyway, even then, it depends on like whatever spectrum you fall on, right? Like, or whatever gradation, to be sure, to be more accurate. All right, it's like I hope we can go on, and it's like the best you can hope for is like, okay, the new guys in power, let them not abuse it, right? Let them not abuse it like in the very same way the people that they were crying about did. It's like, let them actually be better. But I think it is the condition of human beings is that, okay, now we're in power, and now we get to say this, we get to do that and that, right? Now we're gonna come to a point where we're so comfortable in this newfound power of ours. We're going to reverse Uno on you, right? We're gonna do that reverse Uno card on you, right? Like, it's like, oh, this is what you were doing to us. Now we're gonna do this to you too, right? I think this is something like I think for the most part people are more vengeful. People are more towards vengeance than justice, right? It's like justice is like a rational thing, right? Like that's why you don't take justice into your own hands, right? It's like, because if you take justice into your own hands, you're most likely going to fail. So there has to be an objective point of view to take it up for you. Otherwise, equality is more like a virtue, the aspiration towards equality. This is something like a virtue that we aspire to, but I think inherently we're more prone to, hey, I'm sick and tired of talking to you because now you're not agreeing. We're not finding any common ground. You're at one extreme, I'm at the other. Even though I don't think I'm extreme, I think you're extreme. right? And I'm sick and tired of talking to you, and now I just want to get rid of you, right? Like I just want to get rid of you. I don't want to see you, I don't want to talk to you, right? If I'm a particularly ruthless person, I just want to kill you outright. I don't want you to be a problem anymore, right? It's like we're not really created we're not created equal, and neither do we really act like it. The only times that we act like it is, is if we want something from the people that we would grant equality, or maybe I think that's like the majority of the time it's for more selfish reasons than selflessness. Selflessness is it's a rarer virtue, right? Selflessness and like using power responsibly, right? It's like for as long as there will exist an inequality of power between two distinct or several individuals. It's like for as long as hierarchies will exist, right? We will never really want equality for all. We will always want equality when we're the ones being oppressed, and then when we get the equality and we climb the ladder higher, then because it's a constant toss and turn of the friggin' pendulum, right? It's like no one person is going to hold power forever, and eventually there's going to come a time where your enemies will take up that power from you, and they will be uplifted to be the ones that will make things better, and maybe they will, but eventually I think they will fall back into the same problems, and